Hey guys, it's Christina. How's it going? Well, we just came back from Christmas break. It was so good. It was nice to just relax and to get things done around the house and, just have some time for me. So I really liked that. But yeah, we were right back to it last week. We had a prep day first, which was so awesome. And then the kids were back for 2 days. So it was a short week, thank goodness. So we can kind of adapt back to being at school. I feel like us as teachers, we need that time to kind of get back into the groove of things. I remember one year I went back and I was actually late that day and everything. And I felt like I was thrown back into it, and it just felt like, oh yeah, I'm a teacher. I have all this stuff I have to do. I don't know. But the kids probably feel that way too. They probably feel like, okay, here I am back at school, and I don't know. It takes some time to like readapt back into things. So I think this is a great point in the year to do some kind of a refresh with them. I would highly encourage doing it, probably sometime this month, just to refresh on the rules and expectations. And so you can make the rest of the year really great. So okay, first thing I would suggest doing is just sitting down and planning out what rules you think are really key for the rest of the year or expectations, and I would run through those. So I just sat down, got a Post-it out, and just started listing a few things. I even thought about a few things they haven't done as well at that I would like them to do better at for the rest of the year. So for instance, my class, I noticed the last week or two before Christmas break, weren't cleaning up as well as they used to. And it was really hard to get them to clean up their stuff as well. So I was kind of having to go through and tidy things up a little more, or I wouldn't, and the room just wasn't looking as good. I also could have done better at this as well. Like the counters are starting to get a little cluttered, which I dislike, as you probably heard from some of my past videos. Anyway, so that is one thing I want to work on with them. So I would suggest write down those key things you want to see or things you want them to improve on. Also, you want to do a few other things just to prepare before you have the kids there that day. Whatever day this is, you're going to do this reset or refresh. So what I did is I sat down and I put a few slides together or a few notes of things that I would have them practice. So I was ready to go for that next day. So I actually had a whole slide that I made about how they should be cleaning up every day. And so I just made sure that looked okay. And I just looked and decided, okay, is there anything else I need to add to it? I also decided I'm going to give them 5 more minutes at the end of the day just to make sure we can run through things more, I can check things more, and they can have more time to actually do everything. So, okay, and also as far as preparing things for that day, I also think about things I can do to like refresh for the year or reset. So I thought of a few things that I could do to either be an example or that I could do better. So for me personally, I thought, okay, I want the kids to be cleaner. I want their areas to look better when they leave. And then I thought, okay, how does the rest of the room look? I mean, it looked okay, but I noticed there was a few areas where I had some clutter building up. So I actually went through and decluttered things, wiped things down quite a bit, and it just helped me to feel like, okay, I'm doing my part, and hopefully that will set a good example for the kids as well. So as I set this expectation for them. Okay, next thing I would do is I would decide on a day that you were going to do this. It doesn't necessarily have to be the first day they come back. It could be some day in January or whenever your halfway point is in the year to do this. So I decided to do it the day they got back just because I already had everything prepared, and I thought, this would be a good day to kind of get into this stuff again. But what I would do is when they came into the room, I just started pointing out things again, kind of like the first day of school. And I would say, oh, great. I see people are following the directions on the board. I see some people going to their seats. Great job. And I also started giving out points right away. And I would say, okay, this whole side of the room, they're getting their stuff out and doing what they're supposed to do. So let's give them a point. And I just really pushed for things throughout the day. I also set about a half an hour aside. You could even do more or less to kind of go over the rules and expectations. And so one of the things I wanted to make sure they were really getting down was lining up correctly and going through the halls correctly also. So I said, okay, let's go ahead and line up and let's see how you guys do without me pointing out things and see if you guys remember what you're supposed to do. And they all did a pretty good job, except for maybe like 2 or 3. And we just talked about what they did well and what maybe a few of them can improve on. And I have really high expectations for them. So if it's not looking really good, I have them like try it again or fix it until they get it down the right way. Kind of like I do like the first week of school. So then I had them walk through the halls, and as they walked through, I told them everything I wanted. And if people weren't following directions, I'd say, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Let's fix it, blah, blah, blah. And they did a really good job. And then when they're done, I gave them a little bit of some extra recess just because they did so well with that. So another thing, as you know, I'm working on is them cleaning up the room better. And so I put up that slide that showed the list of everything I want them to do. I even had a picture to show them what I want certain things to look like. And at the end of the day, I also gave them an extra 5 minutes so that they can do everything on the list correctly, and also to give me time to run through it with them and make sure they did that. So I even told them, I said, you know what, I'm gonna give you guys a few extra minutes every day to make sure we do this correct. And they already are doing so much better. So if you have something you want them to work on, like I said, this could be so great. Also, with starting things fresh again, I think it's important for them to reflect and also to goal set for the upcoming future. So since I did mine right when they came back from the new year, I had a paper on their desk first thing in the morning. It's all on 2022 and reflecting on 2021. So they would go through and fill that out. And we even talked about some of those things. We also did some lessons throughout the day about social emotional learning. We have like a little program we do. It's called Second Step. And we talked about like empathy and different things like that. I'll also do goals on growth mindset, just to like refresh on that too. So I think goal setting, reflecting, maybe getting some lessons in that day to go over behavior, social, emotional stuff. I think that's also a really good thing to do too. All right, guys, so that's how I do my mid-year refresh, coming back from a break. Or you can also do this if you notice your class is really struggling. Maybe you want to do like a reset or something. You could also do these types of things with it, but also like kind of like going back to square one like you would at the beginning of school, and having them learn things again and maybe earn things again, something like that. But I think this is so helpful, and it'll really help you out for the rest of the year and to get things off like on a good foot for the rest of the year too. So, all right. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. By the way, I reached 100 subscribers. I'm so excited. Thank you so much if you have subscribed. If you haven't, please do. And okay, I hope that you have a great day.